Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. We're still awaiting some guests, but we decided that we wanted to start now. I know how important phones are in business, but maybe for the next 2 hours they are not as important as what happens up front here, because we have a really cool program. That said, the EIT Manufacturing East, City of Vienna, SAPIE, Slovak University of Technology, the Platform Industry 4.0, Accent Incubator, and the Vienna Business Agency welcome you to an event under the Twin City Hub, European Development Fund, and the Interreg Slovak Austria program. We welcome you very warmly to the best of final event of Industry Meets Makers in its 10th anniversary. That is how this audience should sound. What is Industry Meets Makers? What is Industry Meets Makers? Industry Meets Makers commenced with that, with what you see on the screen here. I don't know how many are in the room who still know what this was. This was the Digital City Wien flash mob, and somebody just came up with an idea. It was just the idea of bringing industry and the maker community together, and she started off as a one-woman show. I want to welcome Sandra Stromberger, who is taking pictures here. I just say hello to you. I know you don't want to come on stage. Hi, Sandra. You don't need to come on stage, it's fine. I just wanted to say hello. This is the person who gave us this idea, and it's coming into the 10th anniversary now. Give another applause, please. And we had over the years a lot of supporters, particularly two. Bid a warm hello to the audience here and to us all, and that is Ulrike Huema, the then CIO of the City of Vienna, and Birgit Ginzler, two persons who supported this project from its very beginning. And it's really amazing that this, over the years, became into one of the biggest innovation and collaboration projects that you can have in this country. And it's even going abroad and outside of Austria. I have a co-moderator today, and that is really, really a pleasure because I know this guy for years now. He collaborated with Industry Meets Makers in his former role, and he's now here with us, and he is one part of a project which is greatly supporting this 10th anniversary. Let me welcome here on stage Markus Kleinfächer.
Well, thank you, everybody. Look how far we've come from this initiative 10 years ago to this regional support, overarching now into a cross-border collaboration platform supported by our Twin City Future Innovation Manufacturing Hub project. Industry Meets Makers is essentially equipping not only industry, but also corporates, SME, and everybody who is involved in our innovation ecosystem with students, with solutions to those challenges, and with the spirit of collaboration in the Slovak-Austrian Innovation Corridor, as we want to call it. And what better place to be and to celebrate that than where it all essentially started, right here in the heart of Vienna, in the City Hall, with the great support from our friends at the City of Vienna, especially the MA23, which is the Municipal Department for Labor, Economy, and Statistics. They're also part of the Twin City Future Innovation Manufacturing Hub project, in short, Twin City Hub, so that we can all remember that. And they're not only the part of the project, but so is Industry Meets Makers, and we heavily, heavily support that. Our aim here at this project is to develop strategy and policy recommendations for innovation cross-border, to integrate our joint region, connecting Vienna and Bratislava, connecting Austria and Slovakia. So we also want to foster a community with all of you here, with all of the challenge givers, with all of the makers, the students, the startups, and we are very eager to see what is coming up next in the pitchings in a couple of minutes. But before we do that, I want to honor also the community itself, the main supporters over the years, and I want to first welcome on stage the Vienna Business Agency with Michael Schwanzer, who is the technology expert for manufacturing and production at VBA. Is he here today? Maybe he's running late. Maybe some of his colleagues could come on stage and have a few words about the Vienna Business Agency and the support that they have in Industry Meets Makers. Thank you. Peter Cohen. Very good.
Michael Schwanzer, just on time. Yeah.
This is absolutely a coincidence, right? It's not planned. That's not all. Yeah, hello everyone. Hello, Industry Meets Makers community. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today and have the possibility to talk to you a few minutes. But I have to start with something that really matters for us as Vienna Business Agency. And sorry, I'm still lacking a little bit of air because all the stairs. But what really matters for us, we were strong supporters for Industry Meets Makers right from day one. And it's just absolutely inspiring to see how much Industry Meets Makers has grown over these last 10 years. And Sandra, thanks very much for this, that you help us every year to come together as a community and work together, and it's quite fantastic. Thank you. So, and what I think makes this community so special is that every cycle of Industry Meets Makers, great minds are coming together to work from industry, from creative minds, from universities, young talents, to work together and to create new ideas. And as we can see, at the end of every cycle, some of these ideas really emerge into something bigger. And I think this is also the place the Vienna Business Agency could fit in the community, because this is also what we aim to support here in the city of Vienna. So we want to help you grow. We want not just to create your ideas here, but we also want to support you if you want to scale them up. And reality check, how can this work in practice? You will be presented with a lot of ideas, maybe already practicing in some projects or seeking new collaborations in the near future. And we provide a wide range of support opportunities, starting from funds to network events to hands-on consultation to make your project a reality. And coming to an end, sorry, I just had 2 minutes, but Tom already showed you the QR code. If you just follow the link, you will be guided to our website, and you can see all our service offers there, and most of them are cost-free for you. That's a good thing. Coming to an end, I think all that's left for me to say is one wish to the community. I would really encourage you to think big, and your projects might already have the potential to become something bigger, even bigger for Industry Meets Makers, and we would love to support you along your journey for this. Well, thank you very much, and I hope you have a fruitful afternoon and have great conversations. And sorry for being late. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks very much. The next one I can welcome on stage really gives me goosebumps because it's such a pleasure to have him here. I spent the last 3 days with him in Hainburg and with a couple of others. And I spent weeks and weeks and weeks in the past years when I did this format in the then FH St. Pölten, now University of Applied Science. He is probably to be named one of the biggest supporters of this project. Nothing is impossible with this person. We ran a week of boot camp alongside the Creative Summer School, and he did so much for this project. Welcome on stage with a loud applause, Franz Fiedler, University of Applied Science.
Thank you, Tom, for this great introduction. I'm really honored. And thanks also to Sandra Stromberger and to Markus for having me here on stage today. Welcome, everyone. In the last years, even before Corona, BC, we did the Industry Meets Makers Future Tech Bootcamp each year, and it's essentially a format within the format. It's 4 days where industry, SMEs, present the challenges, and then we really try to solve these challenges in a very short amount of time with students, with makers, and most of the time, I have to say, we really succeeded in presenting nice prototypes, solutions, first services, first products. And having this format within the format was, again, the great idea of Sandra Stromberger. She once came to me and said, Franz, Industry Meets Makers is a great format, but it takes so long to have something. I need something fast. What shall we do? And we were discussing if it should be a hackathon, but then we realized, okay, we ourselves would be too tired to stay up 27 hours, 48 hours and 27 hours. So we said, okay, let's make it a few days, but with breaks in between, and let's call it bootcamp. And many companies, many supporters jumped on board, and it was already a great event. The first time when we were just on site in St. Pölten, and then Corona came, we went online, and then it became an international format, so it transformed each time. And Tom, you were also on board from the first day on. You co-developed this format in a great way as a moderator, and it was always a pleasure working with you on that. In that sense, I'm also very happy to be part of this anniversary, and I want to say a last thank you to, in my opinion, one very important group of people that makes these things possible, and these are the students. So putting the challenges on the table, of course, is important, but we need people, young people, bright minds, who really can take these challenges on and solve these things. So I want to say a big thank you to all the students over the years, to all the students who are here today, for taking on these challenges, and I want us to give them a great round of applause for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Franz. I will continue in the spirit that you just brought up on stage with the enablers and the supporters. So for that, I want to bring somebody up on stage who is very important, not only to the Industry Meets Makers format, but also to our Twin City Hub project, which is Ms. Nilufer Mokhtari. She is the coordinator and program manager for the Interreg Austria-Slovakia framework. Please, big hand of applause.
So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nilufer Mokhtari. So I have prepared a presentation for 5 minutes, but in the morning I was told to keep it very short, so for maximum 2 minutes. So I have prepared myself, and it should last 2.5 minutes. So I will try it. Thank you very much. So perfect. It is here. I'm very sorry. Okay, so today, and I think during the week, all the students or other people participating during the bootcamp have heard the name Interreg Slovakia Austria. So what is Interreg Slovakia Austria? So I try in 1.5 minutes to give you a very short introduction about Interreg Slovakia Austria. So as you can see here, we are already in our 4th programming period. So our program has been now running, I think, from the year 2000, so for 26 years also. I assume some of the students here maybe were not born yet. I was already on Earth. So, to our program. So our program supports projects that brings together partners from Slovakia and Austria, as in the project Twin City Future, let's say Twin City Hub, it's shorter. So why are we bringing these partners together? So the goal is that they solve common challenges together and have a long-lasting impact on the cross-area border. So the cooperation is very important, and I'm very happy to say that during this week and since the project has been running, that I see how great your cooperation works. So a big thank to the whole partnership of Twin City Hub. And one last thing I wanted to say, so if you are interested to have more information about our program, so you can find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and us on our homepage. There you can see which project we are currently funding and how our program works. Thank you. And last but not least, here again our contact data for the Joint Secretariat and the regional coordinators. Thank you very much.
Well, so then let's move on into the pitches that we have prepared for you. And this will be result pitches. But before we do that, we need to thank Trivion, an additive manufacturing expert from Gröbmin in Styria, who is producing this for us. Thanks to Thomas Gruber, who is not yet with us today, but he'll join us later. It said, Trivion produced these beautiful pieces. Surprise, you'll get one if you present here.